Hi everyone, Animal Girl here, back with another edition of Book Talk. The book we're going to be talking about today, or I'm going to be talking about today, is one I just finished reading last night, and that is Magic Burns. As a mercenary who cleans up after magic gone wrong, Kate Daniels has seen her share of occupational hazards. Normally, waves of paranormal energy ebb and flow across Atlanta like a tide. But once every 7 years, a flare comes, a time when magic runs rampant. Now Kate's going to have to deal with problems on a much bigger scale, a divine one. When Kate sets out to retrieve a set of stolen maps for the Pack, Atlanta's premier clan of shapeshifters, she quickly realizes more is at stake. During a flare, gods and goddesses can manifest and battle for power. The stolen maps are only the opening gambit in an epic tug-of-war between two gods hoping for rebirth. And if Kate can't stop the cataclysmic showdown, the city may not survive. Okay, highlights of this book. This book was written by Ilona Andrews, and it is 25 chapters plus an epilogue, which, if you want to count the epilogue as a chapter, brings it to 26. Within this story, Kate gets tangled up in a struggle between two ancient gods, and I believe they're either Druid or Celtic. I can't remember, or one's Druid and one's Celtic. Unfortunately, I can't remember. They mention I just can't remember because they bring up both Druid and Celtic throughout the book. We're also introduced to 4 new characters who we will see, or at least hear mentioned, throughout the series, or the rest of the series. The first one is Julie. She is an orphan that Kate takes in, and Julie actually has a very special ability. She can see the color of magic. Then there's Andrea, and if I misspelled anybody's name here, I apologize for that. Andrea is a Knight of Merciful Aid, and she's also a secret hyena beastkin. And by that I mean no one in the order outside of Kate knows this. And Andrea is actually a very unique kind of beastkin. Her father, I believe it was, but it could have very easily been her mother, was actually born a hyena and was infected with the L virus, giving him the ability to turn into a human. Now, this does happen. There was a character in the first book, Magic Bites, that was like that. He was a cat wearer, and they are described as that, with the animal before the wearer if they were born an animal. If they were born a human and then became infected with the L virus, it's whatever they turn into, which is what we're more used to hearing. But normally with the animals, the ones that were born animals and then infected with the virus, they can't procreate, they can't have kids. But Andrea is this extremely rare occurrence. It's like 1 in a bajillion. I mean, the odds of it happening are very rare. I mean, I'm not saying that when I said that they can't have children, they can. It's just, it's so rare that it's considered almost impossible. Next is Auntie B, and she's the leader of the Were-Hyenas, or the Buddhas, I believe is how you say it, but as I'm not sure that's how it's said or pronounced, I'm just going to, in future Kate Daniel books, refer to them as Were-Hyenas, just to make it easier, so you guys know what I'm talking about. And the 4th one is Raphael, and he is one of Auntie B's children, and she has a lot, but then again she doesn't. I'll get more into that in another book, because it's really not explained much here. But keep in mind that the hyena clan is actually probably I think the smallest of the clans. Okay, we also delve into the witch covens of Atlanta in this book, which is, I like, because in the first book, we really are only introduced, or really exposed to the Knights of Merciful Aid, the Mercenary Guild, the Pack, and the people or the vampires. So the author mentioning that there are witch covens out there and that they are governed by the witch oracles, because I think they're mentioned in the first book, but I'm not 100% sure on that, shows that there's not just the 4 groups that are organized within Atlanta, there are others. We also, when the flare hits near the end of the book, we get a glimpse of what Kate will be like at full power, which I really like. And the ending, the epilogue, has this amazing surprise twist to it that will be prevalent throughout most of the series, and extremely, well, not so much important, but it will be very prevalent throughout most of the series. Okay, things I loved about this book. First off, I really loved the plot line, the whole Flair and ancient gods, and, the orphaned girl who wants to find her mom, and the shaman, and the, servants of the ancient goddess, and whatnot. I loved all that. I thought they were all really good and a really nice touch, and whatnot, and they didn't confuse you. They worked together just enough to where you weren't confused reading the book. I liked the flair. I liked the idea of how every 7 years, the magic just got another burst of power and whatnot, and I really like that. Julie and Andrea, great characters. I love them in this book. I love them in the other books in the series that they're mentioned in. Down the line, Andrea is later on going to play a big role within the Were Hyenas, but I don't want to get too much into that until we get to that part in the book. Also, Ilona Andrews is one of my favorite authors. She does, I don't want to say a lot of paranormal romance books, because I don't know if that's just solely what she writes, but a lot of the books I've seen by her are paranormal romance, or just paranormal adventure or something. So I really do like that. She writes another series I like called On the Edge, but I will talk about that when I get to the book. I really only have one, but I love it. But again, she's like one of my favorite authors, right up there with Patricia Briggs, who writes the Mercy Thomas series and the Alpha and Omega series, which are kind of hand in hand, basically the same thing. But I will talk about those when I get to them. Okay, related videos is my book talk video on Magic Bites, so feel free to check that out. Next book talk videos, Zodiac will be my next and first Zodiac book talk book. Nicholas St. North and the Battle of the Nightmare King will be my next and first Guardians of Childhood book, and will be my first ebook. Pegasus Book 3, The New Olympians, will be my next Pegasus book talk video. Magic Strikes, which I hope to start reading tonight, will be my next Kate Daniels book talk video. The Wishing Spell will be my next Land of Stories book talk video, and Star Wars The New Dawn will be my next Star Wars book talk video. Can't say for sure when I'll get these videos out, as I have stated numerous times before. These book talk videos are very irregular. You may get 2 or 3 on the same day. It just depends on how many chapters are in a book and how quickly I can read through it. I will say this, though. Nicholas St. North and the Battle of the Nightmare King, I am on the last chapter of that, so that will most definitely be my next book talk video. Definitely gonna try and finish it tonight. Whether I will be able to read it on my tablet, or if I'm going to be forced to read it on the Kindle app on my phone. I do plan to finish it tonight, so hopefully that'll be up tomorrow at the earliest. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to check out my other book talk videos, but please note that the Last Ever After from the School for Good and Evil is exclusively on Facebook right now. I will do a redo of it, but I probably will wait until after I read it again, just so it can be more accurate. Okay, also feel free to check out my other videos. Continue there. Hey, before I sign off, 2 things. First off, please note that my TV talk videos, my top 10 Star Wars men video, Last Ever After, and my movie talk birthday special edition video on The Lion King, and my movie talk videos on Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Van Helsing, Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters, and Spooky Buddies are on my Facebook page. With the exception of the TV talk videos, I will attempt to redo videos of them to post here on Facebook But the Lion King, Van Helsing, Hansel and Gretel, and Spooky Buddies probably won't be posted for a while, as the Lion King is a birthday special edition video, so it only makes sense for me to wait until my birthday to repost that. And Van Helsing, Hansel and Gretel, and Spooky Buddies were more, well, they weren't classified as Halloween movie talk videos. They did fall into that category, so I may wait till next October to do those, but most definitely the top 10 Star Wars men video, the Last Ever After, and Revenge of the Sith, I will do videos of those as soon as I can, or remake videos of those as soon as I can and get them posted. Also, please note that my TV talk videos, since YouTube considers them to be spam, will now exclusively be on my Facebook page. I will have the link in the description section if you want to check out these videos. Or you can, just feel free to click on that. And if you're having problems, let me know in the comments section. Or feel free to friend me. And you can check them out. And or friend me on Facebook. Sorry if I'm a little flustered. I'm very good about getting back with the friend requests. Just keep in mind you're going to want the picture that you see right there next to the name, as there are 2 people with my name on Facebook, me and a cousin. So just keep that in mind, okay? As always, thank you for watching and have a very nice day.